have Fiji taking on South Africa in game 45. And here is how these sides have gone at it in recent times. Fiji with the overall lead in the head-to-head stats, but in their last 4 encounters, it has been the Blitzbokker. Too good for the men out of the Pacific. A look now at our team sheets for tonight's Cup final, and there are superstars littered amongst both starting lineups. I'm Sean Maloney, and joining me is 2-time MVP of this tournament, Carl Tanana. Who excites you the most?
Oh, for Fiji, we can't go past the man in jersey number 9, Jerry Tuwai. Really has worked his way into his tournament, but day 3 he has stepped out and he has been outstanding.
They have a lethal mixture, the Fijians. And right now we're having a look at Preston and Ethan Sang, who have run the match ball out, plonked it down. Wait, we'll get it right the second time round. Wait, we got it. Yep, we're good. We are ready to get cracking. And what about this as a backdrop? This is the granddaddy of them all. They've been doing it here on the island in Hong Kong since 1976. We have had 120,000 fans in this stadium across the last 3 days. Yesterday, the South Stand was chockers at 7:30 a.m. and they have heaved all weekend long, supporting the best sevens teams in the world. Fiji and South Africa, tonight's heavyweights. Fiji led out by Oscar Polinisau, the playmaker, the Olympic gold medal winning captain. And on the other side, it's Philip Snyman. South Africa are the series leaders. They have an unassailable lead. Overall, a win here tonight could almost seal it. The drums are a-banging. We have broadcast 73 games across the last 3 days as well. We had Spain qualifying for next year's series on the men's side. Japan, too good in the women's side. But now, it's the biggest and the best about to go at it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be outstanding for the national.
And just wait till you see the emotion that's going to pour out of Fiji here. That's the face of a man who knows how important Hong Kong is for Fiji.
For the national anthem of South Africa.
South Africa have never won the cup here in Hong Kong. Is this the year they break through? They are already cup winners in Dubai, Wellington, Sydney and Las Vegas. On the flip side, Fiji are chasing their third straight title here in Honkers.
And they've won this 17 times this corresponding game. There's something about Hong Kong and Fiji. They've laid the platform, superstars that's been created here. Tamati Tama Sr., William Ryder, and the greatest of them all, Waisale Serevi. Who's going to be the next man for Fiji?
Well, Fiji have been undefeated in their last 18 games on the bounce here in Hong Kong. What about the Blitzbock, South Africa? This series, Carlton Unna, this entire series, they've lost just 3 games. Lost 3 out of 41.
That is an amazing stat, isn't it? This guy has been the architect. Neil Powell, Gareth Baber, used to be here coaching Hong Kong. Now he's in charge of Fiji. Will he get his first ever cup final as a coach?
Our referee for this one, Sam Grove-White. Big occasion for him also.
Ready.
This is the HSBC Cathay Pacific Hong Kong Sevens, where the world comes to play. And right now, it's South Africa and Fiji squaring off in the cup final. A great take from the kickoff from Fiji. Then Katoni Bao comes herring through after it, knocks on.
Bit of nerves there from this Fijian team straight off the bat. It was a nice lift and catch by Osia Klinisau, the captain. He tried to hit Katoni Bao on the fly. Would have been tough to stop as well. So this is a huge settler for the South African team. But they're big boys, other ones that's really stood out for mine. In particular, Chris Dry on the other side of the scrum in jersey number 1. He has been outstanding all tournament long.
Right. Bang. Set.
A chance here for South Africa with Cecil Africa to feed the scrum. Fiji King for going early, and they come on quickly. South Africa, good early charge from the crowd, looking to slide across the field for Soizwapi. The ball's out in front and into touch.
It moves on both sides, isn't it, really? Branko de Pree usually hits Soizwapi every day of the week. On that occasion, he just pushed it past a little bit of jitters there. Soizwapi with open space as well. That is a big miss here. Branko de Pree gets on the outside of his player, creates a 2-on-1. Osia Klinisau is actually beaten on the outside too.
They'll get out of jail on that occasion after that loose pass. Fiji now with their second touch of the ball. They peel to the short side through Katoni Bao. And now it's Nasoko dragging his side forward. Dupree looking to hustle. And here comes one of the best getting around Tuai. Tuai looking to link up there. Can't do so. And another little bobble at the base of the ruck against Fiji.
Jerry Tuai fell very heavily in that tackle. A good make-up one by South Africa. Looked like he just twisted his leg in the process. He's a guy that can spark something from nothing. Those two guys have gone at it over a number of times. South Africa and Jerry Tuai.
Jerry Tuai has scored 4 tries this weekend for his side, and seemingly with every single touch, he either creates or scores himself.
He's a guy for the big stage, Jerry Tuai. They can ill afford to lose him this early. Katoni Bao, I think he's been outstanding as a leader for this Fijian 4-pack since he's been introduced back into this tournament.
There he is, Gareth Baber, the boss for Fiji. Looking on, he's concerned as well. He might be, as we mentioned, Jerry Tuai among the top 5 players on the circuit. He's just lethal.
And he really likes the big stage. That's where he stands up, and that's the mark of a great player. Good players want the ball in their hands on the bigger stage at the right moment, and he's definitely one of those.
Some early nerves creeping in for both sides, and we're going to just pack it down again.
This is the battle I'm really interested in, the 2 4-packs. Dylan Sage was outstanding on this near side as well. He's smiling as he going against Katoni Bao in that semi-final.
Set. Go. Ball in. Ball in.
Dupree gets it in, slaps it back for Africa. Oh, and he's collared there, Africa, but on the break goes Cobb. Important tackle made by Tuai there. This is Sage. Sage, an overlook pass across to Snyman, the captain. And he's hit hard there by Kunavula. Dupria ghosting across the park. Pop fires it wide. This time around, Soizwapi brings it in. Soizwapi. 20 from the Fijian line. Dupria now. The crossfield kick is a call from Dry out wide. Dupria goes through the middle. Colin Nisau makes the steal and peels away with it. Colin Nisau. They give chase. Colin Nisau's redlining it. Needs help. Gets it from Nasoko. Nasoko looking for help. Katonimbau gets there in the nick of time. Chasing first points here, Fiji, and they're going to get them. Mofanathangi! Fiji hit first.
This Fijian team are starting to fire on all cylinders at the right time. Koleni Sau breaks right up the middle of the park. But look at this pass, buys time, draws them two defenders. They did extremely well. Nice step as well from Nasoko. Lets the ball go, releases, buys time to see Katonimbau in the background, just telling him to go down, reset. Look at the numbers there. Hunting and packs are the Fijians, and Mofanathangi gets the start and gets the first try for Fiji.
And that work at the breakdown from Colin Nisau as well. He pounced and shot away with it. Ravovo from out wide. He's his side's top try scorer here in Hong Kong this weekend. Conversion is on its way and misses the target. So the score stays Fiji 5 with South Africa yet to post points. Gee, that was a frenetic run of play, Carlton Anna.
South Africa actually had all the momentum. They went halfway through a hole, and then, as you said, the turnover from the captain. That's where they're so lethal. They're picking when to challenge at the breakdown and when not to, Fiji.
Ravovo gets it up, looking for Katonimbau. Backwards is the call. Colin Nisau pops up. Ravovo. Another chance here for Fiji. Kunavula looks for Nasoko on the switch. In turn goes to Ravovo. Clears it back for Kunavula. Kunavula getting through the line. Kunavula unstoppable.
Oh, now we're seeing some Fijian flair. The offloads, the distribution, the pre-line attack, and see that. Man, they're just so composed at the moment, are the Fijians. And look at this power from the young man, Kunavula. It's the second one.
Ravovo looking to make it a 12-point game. And that's tugged away to the left. Fijian fans are happy for the moment. Their side up by 10. Boy, oh boy, Kunavula, he has just exploded onto the scene this year. Prolific try scorer and just a monster of a 23-year-old.
He has taken over from Kunatani, who left the squad, and then you get a guy like Kunavula step into his shoes. Brilliant.
Cock gets it right this time. Is it down to the Cock? Looking for the immediate reply here. South Africa. Now with Dry. Soko goes low and hangs on. That one goes across the face of Cock. Was that one locked on there? No, play-on's a call. The free is all good. Going in and making the tackle is Mofanathangi. Now the penalty against the Fijians. Cock goes on quickly. Shoots it to the right. Fiji offside there. Katonimbau race up too quickly out wide. Now Soizwapi. Nisau makes a pest of himself at the back there. Here it is along the ground for Africa. Africa, well, that's a good tackle from Ravovo. And they pile in, it's just a mess of bodies. But it is the Fijians who are penalised.
Well, they're bullying the bully at the moment, these Fijian teams. They're matching the physicality that usually the South Africans bring. They just need to settle down here. A couple of loose passes, uncharacteristic for the Blitz bot.
Time on.
I don't know how Dupree's come out of that unscathed. Two guys who weigh $105 on top. He's like WrestleMania for a moment.
Oh, he's a tough kid, Branko Dupree. Looks like they're going to set for the tap kick here, short.
What can they get happening here? The Blitzbokker. Down by 10. Terrific ball out in front for Sage. But the cover defence is up to the task. They rumble them into touch, and at half-time, it is Fiji up by 10 over South Africa.
That's it, boys. Nice and composed, eh? Second one, ready? And in. Last one. Ready? In. Right, good. We had the ball, we've kept the ball, we controlled it, we did what we said we were going to do, we hit them early, we go at them early, listen, we go at them early, and we work behind each other, and looking for those big hits so there's spaces either side. Now, when we're making our tackles, if we sense that we've got a turnover opportunity to not go off our feet, it's not going to give us anything. When we're in the air, let's be smart.
No, let's keep on closing this space. Right, boys? I don't know if the game's only worry. It's 3-0. So, baie makkelijk is die ballen uit er is 2-3 opzet. Ons kry die cleaners en scrum ons of vinnig en meer aggressive. Right? Lekker laag. Ons kry passes, basic city, die kry passes van 9 na 10 op die grond gaan uitbreek. Ons moment in die hele tijd. Okay, feel of jou, hou net jou bal. Maar het gaan nie beteken dat ons gaan die ballen skuif nie. Ons gaan hulle binne in die middenveld ook aanvat. So ons bly werk in die binnekant vir al die 9. As jou pas gegeven, moenie relax, bly werk.
Tu escolhe o gol, dona Mesi. Tu escolhe o saúde, já sei. Eu tô daqui.
Já tá, Mussumai, não posição. O Luco tá ali.
Oi, Garraba não me tá vindo. Não tá mais aqui pra todos.
How about that for a cityscape? How about that for a stadium? Hong Kong Stadium has just been heaving all weekend long. We've only got 7 minutes of play remaining on the 2017 HSBC Cathay Pacific Hong Kong Sevens. Right now in the gold medal match, the cup final, it's Fiji up by 10 against South Africa. Fiji haven't claimed a cup title since this corresponding event last year. And they've got a good vibe going now as Revolvo gets us restarted. Katoni Bao slaps it back. It's going to fall the way of Fiji. Knock on the call against the Blitzbokker.
Yeah, that's been the mismatch Fiji have been looking for. Katoni Bao against Werner Kok. Werner Kok, the smaller man. Katoni Bao just getting up and competing in that area. And the 1-3, I think, in fact.
Nothing before the ball.
South Africa need to change their lineup, need to get someone on. Werner Kok. For me, the big men for South Africa, they really haven't imposed themselves yet, whereas Fiji have.
Fine. Set.
Some handy field position for Fiji to work with here as well. That's Scrappy at the back. Somehow it's going to come back here for Sage. Africa across to Dupria, links with Kok, who looks up, drops it cold. That is very unlike Werner Kok.
Well, the pressure on Sunday there in Hong Kong, 45,000 looking down on you. He has done everything so well over the weekend. He just had a little look where he was going before he secured the ball. One of the best in the business, Werner Kok, on both sides of the ball.
Carlton, you have called each of Fiji's cup losses this series. Did you get a sense there's a different vibe in that halftime huddle, though?
Most definitely, Sean. You can see they were really onto it. You can see they were engaged, they were listening, they were talking. And that's the thing for me, the communication. I think this is what this guy has brought on screen. Isake Katoni Bao, a calming influence on this Fijian side for sure.
Jusso Verimalua, another added to the tournament squad by coach Gareth Baber. Revolvo switching at the line with Motha. Nafangi! He got it away to Nasoko. It's beautiful from Fiji.
And that came from a mistake from South Africa, and Fiji make them pay. This is an outstanding line, and what was the secret? He hit it at 100 miles an hour, and they are ruthless at the moment, this Fijian team. They are feeling the flow for sure.
Such a strong contingent of Fijian fans behind those posts as well, as Nasoko careered away with Fiji's third try. The conversion is good. The margin is out to 17. Another look at Kalione Nasoko.
You spoke about the vibe in the huddle. This is what they do when they're in that type of mood. They're all running, they're all talking, they're all wanting to get involved in the ball, and that's what he did right there off the scrum.
You know what else? They're all smiling.
Exactly right. No pressure. They're playing their natural football, and look at it, 17-0.
Ravovo sends this one up the middle. Justa Vermalura's on the field. Fiji going in, looking for. We're going to play that knock-on from South Africa.
And this has been the Achilles heel for this Blitzbot team in this cup final, the kick-off time. Fiji have been outstanding, recognising the mismatches and duly taking full toll of them.
Here we go. Team again.
There's another look at the restarts. Ravovo just so skilled at getting play back and underway. Gets such great hang time on his restarts and enables his crew of 6'6" weapons. That's going to go okay for Fiji. No, it's not. We're coming back to get underneath it. Off in the thumb, he thought he was off again.
Well, if the Blitzbok are going to have any chance in this game, they need a score from this next piece of play. Need a stable platform. Now's onto the field in jersey number 12, and he's a game breaker in the midfield, a big man as well. He's the one that maybe will spark it for South Africa.
Fine.
South Africa, of course, without a number of their frontline players, Justin Heddle, Roscoe Speckman, I know they're watching on. Be hoping their side can turn their fortunes around in the next 3 minutes. They've got to be the next to score, and with Africa getting in and around the Fijian defence, that may fall their way. Dupria, great feet, and then he's absolutely whacked by Ravovo. Nell on the field. Africa, that one goes a little skew-if. It is very humid here, and just some perspiration perhaps on the ball, making that a tricky seed to throw.
And this is the difference for me between the two teams. The defence of this Fijian team tonight has been brilliant. They have been bringing the heat, using their shoulders and hitting hard, and that's why they lead 17-0. That's the most surprising thing for me. To be able to keep an offensive unit like South Africa to 0 with only 2.5 minutes left is a big thing.
This game has just rattled past.
Send them on, we'll get it.
Game of the highest quality, that's why. Sean for mine, yeah, put on a show, but Fiji dominating at the physical contact, dominating in the tackle area, dominating possession.
Time on.
So just a reminder, Fiji chasing their third straight win here in Hong Kong. And looking for their first cup win since this event last year. Thungu goes to the short side, Ravovo. Ravovo gets in behind. He's trouble for South Africa. Nasoko is off and gone. Nasoko! What a finish! Fiji are fizzing in Hong Kong.
What about the savvy play of Temo Ravovo in jersey number 12? He's the one that gave the last pass. Look at him there, using a bit of ball play. The ball away, and as soon as this guy was in open space, Kalione Nasoko gets a double. Oh, yeah.
This is all for show. As we said, that is the epicenter of the Fijian supporter base here at Hong Kong Stadium, and that is not a moment they will ever forget. Conversion's going to come up short, but with a minute to run, it is Fiji up by 22. So they can really enjoy themselves now, this Fijian side, over the last minute of play. Ravovo is the man coming from the field. And here comes Varamalua again. So is Wapi. Oh, it's been an area of real concern. The restart for the South Africans. They win the penalty though. Nell spins past the couple. Nell gets past a diving Veramalua. Better line this from Davids. Davids. Such a powerful runner. Zane Davids. They give up. Short of the 22. It's all for pride now for the Blitzbokker, and they will turn it right back to Fiji. Another little knock on, so we might even get a touch more of Fijian magic in the closing stages.
You see there Gareth Baby just consoling Fatima Vovo. Looks like he's done an ankle, but what a moment. Beautiful pitches here in Hong Kong. He's been working hard, he's been under pressure, but finally he breaks through and gets his first cup win. And what a time to do it. A place that has so much history for Gareth Baber, Hong Kong.
Mathungu feeds. Back it goes. Kalinisau. Kalinisau smashes it into the south stand. Get the carver ready. Fiji are coming home with a gold medal from Hong Kong. It was comprehensive in every way, shape and form. They have broken a run of outs in the big time games of the HSBC Sevens World Series. This, their first title win since this tournament last year. 3 on the bounce on the island of Hong Kong.
What a moment for some of these young players for Fiji, and that just confirms it. Total domination, 22 points to 0 in the cup final.
Right from the get-go, Fiji just looked a little more up in this battle. A couple of uncharacteristic mistakes from the Blitzbokker gave them a shot at their line, and each and every time Fiji said Vinaka.
Not making excuses for this Blitzbokker team. They had a very hard run to this final. Had a close game in the quarter, beating New Zealand. They had to go to extra time against the US in the semi-final. And in this final, they just looked a little bit ragged, a little bit more tired. They had their squad tested. They've had a number of injuries, a number of new players being introduced. There, Neil Powell just realising we got beaten by a better team on the day, and that happens sometimes in the game of sevens.
Can't take anything away from this South African side, that's for sure. Cup finalists over and over and over again this series. Tonight, it was just all the momentum going the way of Fiji.
And how cool is that? Katoni Bao has brought some of his family onto the field here in Hong Kong, and the South African players going up and saying hello and talking to them. That is something special, something unique about this game of sevens and what these players all share together.
And something unique about this particular tournament as well. That's why this is the granddaddy of them all. Let's get some post-game reaction.
Thanks, Shawnee. I'm down here with the victorious Fijian captain, Osea Kalinisau. Osea, 3 Hong Kong Sevens titles in a row. Describe your emotions right now.
I'm very humble, and I want to thank the Lord up above, for giving us strength to go through the tournament. We've always said that no matter what's been happening, it doesn't change our faith in the Lord. And without him, we couldn't have achieved what we achieved today. South Africa was a good side. We weren't focusing on doing it 3 times. We said that we're going to take it as if it's we're searching for first title in the series. And I'm glad the boys were up to par and everybody did their job.
First title this series, as you say. You always seem to lift so much here in Hong Kong. Why do Fiji find another 10-20% when they play here?
I guess Hong Kong seems like a home away from home. And we watch a lot of our idols play here. And it's always a dream of every young Fijian to one day wear the white jersey, but wear it in Hong Kong.
I saw you have a long chat to Cecil Africa just then. What were you saying to Cecil just now?
Cecil, he played an outstanding tournament. He led South Africa learn, and I told him, hey, I saw the old Cecil back, and he was scoring tries with ease. And a guy like Cecily better watch out for when he's playing for South Africa. That good. He orchestrates everything for them. But I'm glad we came out victorious at the end.
Congratulations, I'll say. Thank you.
To the people back home, it's Palm Sunday back home, especially to the children back home. This is for you guys and our families, and we want to thank our sponsors who always behind us, Vodafone and Fiji Airways.
Thank you, Osea.
I don't know that you find a better human in world rugby than Oscar Kolinisau. Yeah, the Aussies getting their bronze medals. Let's get down now with our man of the match.
I'm down here with the HSBC player of the final, Kalioni Nasoko. Kalioni, congratulations. How do you feel? You've just won the Hong Kong Sevens.
Well, thank you so much. First of all, I want to thank the Almighty for giving me the strength and the courage to be able to play in the big final like this. It's first time for me. I'm so happy. It's very special.
You must have watched Fiji from afar play in many of these tournaments. How does it feel now to actually be here in the team and get the player of the final and win the trophy?
Well, as they always say, if a Fijian player is not playing in Hong Kong and never win it, he's not represent Fiji. So for me, I can say today that I'm one of the Fiji Sevens players.
You absolutely are. Congratulations. Brian O'Driscoll is here, ambassador for HSBC, to present you with your award. Well done, Kalioni.
South Africa file through and pick up their silver medals. They can add those to the silver medals that they got in Vancouver and in Cape Town. The rest has been all gold.
Yeah, they've been the most consistent side on tour all year long, the South African team, and they'll be back with a vengeance next week in Singapore, no doubt about that. Cecil Africa, great to see him back in Hong Kong playing at full noise. Tried his best, but unfortunately wasn't their night tonight.
It has been some kind of weekend. How good are these pictures coming in from Hong Kong Stadium? Family and village life so key to the success of the men in the white and black of Fiji. What will be happening back on the island right now, do you think, Carlton Anna?
Oh, that place will be going off. There'll be parties everywhere. They'll be singing, they'll be dancing. There'll be a lot of grog flowing. That's for sure. It's Children's Day over there. What a special moment to be able to come up and do this.
I'm down here with Fiji head coach Gareth Faber. Gareth, you're a Hong Kong local. You're back here in town. You used to coach Hong Kong. You just coached Fiji to a Hong Kong Sevens title. How do you feel?
I'm not quite sure, if I'm honest. It doesn't get much more special than this, I suppose. As you said, I've been here for the last 3 years, and to come back here and under a little bit of pressure to get a win, and it's just what we've done, and I'm very proud of the efforts we made. We haven't had it all our own way, but we've got over every obstacle and we've made it our own.
You've got the toughest job in the world, haven't you? Two-time series winners, Olympic gold medalists. How do you make this team better?
Oh, look, you just got to keep working with them. They are those gold medalists for a reason, and back-to-back, Ben did a great job with them. We've got to move on. There's more talent in Fiji that needs to come into this team and progress over the next 3 or 4 years, and my job is to bring that through and bring it into examples of what you see here.
Congratulations, Gareth. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So the Fijians push through and pick up their gold medals, presented by Sai Luang, Chief Executive, the Governor of the Hong Kong SAR, Peter Schatz, Chairman of Hong Kong Rugby Union, Ivan Chu, the CEO of Cathay Pacific, and Douglas Flint, the Group Chairman of HSBC. Look at Waisali Sarevi, right of screen there. He couldn't be happier, the little magician, nor could the family and friends of these men. Fiji make it 1, 2, 3 straight in Hong Kong. Gold medal winners in honkers. For the first time, Gareth Faber gets to lift it high. There's the cup. Fiji are #1. the fireworks ignite around this incredible stadium. You can only imagine what's going on back in Nandi and Suva in the Asawa Islands on the coral coast of Fiji. Kalione Nasoko, the MVP, in the biggest sevens game of the series. $22-0 was a full-time score. They opened up with Nasoko and Kunavula. And this is how the series table looks right now. South Africa maintain their 23-point buffer at the top, but it's Fiji pushing ahead of England, New Zealand, and the USA round out the top five. Australia bronze medalists here in Hong Kong. There have been so many stars just doing their thing all weekend long. And here is a look at our DHL performance tracker, Vladimir Ostrushko, the Russian. He's an absolute machine, and he finishes top of the pops ahead of Soejima, Africa, and Madison Hughes. Carlton, Anna, what will this do for this Fijian side? We've still got 3 legs of the series remaining. Is this how it's going to continue to roll out?
What I think they're going to get mostly out of this is self-belief. They've tried on a number of occasions this year to beat South Africa. They have been able to do it. Only England previous to this game were the ones to beat South Africa. So what they'll get is confidence heading into the next one. And that can lead to anything. They'll be so dangerous. And what I liked about Gareth Baber in his interview, he spoke about bringing the next generation through for the next 4 years. Guys like Kunavula, Nasoko, Motho Nothangi. It is a bright future for Fiji going forward, and I think that's what a lot of people have to remember about this side.
Next week they'll be going at it over in Singapore, where they'll be looking to turn around their loss last year in Singapore against Kenya in the final. But if they turn up and serve up what they've done here in Hong Kong, then they are going to go very close to lifting another cup. Kalini Sao, the man. So we're going to line them all up. These the top 3 performing sides this weekend. Jerry Tuai ushers in the Aussie, says, come on in, group snap time.
Well, how improved were these Australian teams over this weekend? I think they were absolutely outstanding. The bronze medal before the tournament, I'd say you'd be pretty happy. I think the way they went about this business was outstanding this weekend. They brought in a number of young players as well to this first big stage.
6 of them under the age of 21. Okay, you can mark it down. Fiji are champions in Hong Kong, winners of the 2017 Cathay Pacific HSBC Hong Kong Sevens. Next week, these 3 sides and another 13 are heading to Singapore. We'll see you all again then.